Welcome back to my formal mechanics. Today, I'll be attempting to create a minigame. How I want the game to work is that the player will be standing on this checkerboard floor, and these lights each correspond to a row or column. So if this light turns on, then all these tiles here will lift up into the ceiling, and the player standing on it at the time it lifts up, you're out. Now, some things I want to implement, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, is as the game progresses, I do want the time between the lights turn on to get faster, and the time between the light turn on and the floor lifting up to get shorter. So, let's just try to make this thing. Alright, so first thing I want to do is try to just implement that when I press the button, an entire row will just gradually lift up. Now, I do need to decide how big each tile will be. My little prototype here, I have each tile being 6 by 6 blocks, I believe. Oh, I just picked this arbitrarily because I just need something to showcase in the intro. And this does fit the player good. This is good space to have your player on solidly. So, I think I might actually go for that. So, I will just spawn in this. I just need one tile from here. And I don't need any of the rest of these. Save this. Go new one. Make that black. Put it onto here. And now I just want to keep repeating this process. Build. And then just put it onto here. No, this is going to be good for now. Each of these now needs a piston. Hold up the tile. For now, we're trying to represent the blocks because I need space to do my logic. So the tiles go up one by one and stay up too. So what I need then is a timer and or we could use a switch. Because we could either have the light input be continuous or just one input. I feel like just doing one would be better. That's what I'm gonna do. So I don't need that. So what I would need on each tile though, that does mean I need noise on each one that will activate this. Oh no, it's need vector. AND gate. The NOR gate. That works. Yep. But then I don't want that hooked directly into my piston. No, I could have it. I don't think I can NOR gate connecting the piston. It needs to be off the lift. Fast 50 blocks. How? Okay, so I think if players on there, I hope they won't be able to skate. I hope they won't be able to skate that. Because I could use a mod piston, but I would prefer this to be all vanilla, so that anyone could download this. So we're going to try and make that it's all a completely vanilla creation. So what I want to do is probably just 6 for now. It's probably good. After that fully extends, no, before it fully extends, I want a timer to go from when the input is given to then go into one of these, which that means I should make one tile at a time and then just have this output be the input to this. And this should be input here. This should go into an OR gate. That OR gate should control this. So now, you also want this turned off after this OR going up. So after a second, this should turn off. So let's try that. Reset it. Goes up. After a second, goes off. Cool. That was easy enough to do. Might want to make that 2 seconds. So. No, 1 second is better. 1 second. We can just timings. So I figure out how tall this is going to be. So I'm going to save this as my tile. Oh, how? Probably just a 1/4 second tick delay for there. Now paint this black. Weld it onto here. That's fine. Instead of button being the output, this is the output. Oh. Yes, so that connects in that. Also, I can't have that. We're already connecting that. So, that also needs to connect into that timer. And this OR gate also needs to connect into... No, this timer needs to connect into this timer. So... Oh, I don't have this on. Okay. That does work. I feel like, though, I do want this a little bit of a bigger delay. Like that. That is working now. That's full second. Okay, so. 2/2 second. Nope, that's bad. I'll work out the timings later. I do kind of want the feeling that maybe 1/4 second. That feels better. Maybe a little less. Like a 1/5 second. Yeah, that's good. That's kind of rippling through there, like a wave. So that it's good. It's good. So now I just need to make 1 row, which means I need to figure out how big is this game going to be. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4x4, which restricts movement quite a bit. And I'm gonna try that out. Try 4x4 out. So I will set that up. Make sure each input goes to the right thing for each row and column. And I will see you once I got that done. Alright, so I did actually finish placing down all the tiles here. Then I just realized, if I want to go in this way and this way, these timers can't just connect directly into the output. These first need to go through OR gates. So, instead of this going to here, and into here, each tile needs its own. Sorry. Orient, which I will paint blue. We can go into here, and into here. OR gate, and this one needs a 2. Instead of this connecting to this, and into this, this connects directly to OR gate, which blue. And that goes into this timer, this OR gate, and this timer. This timer does not go into the OR gate. And so hopefully that makes things actually stackable now. I keep connecting that. Okay. Just still work all the same. Yep. Well, problem is here, the tiles. I might make that faster. I'll make time between 150 milliseconds. Give it more of a challenge. And yeah, that still feels good. Maybe a quarter millisecond. I know I'm doing this, but this would be something very hard to change in the future through like logic. It's possible. It's possible, but I feel like it would be harder than just changing. Okay, that still feels right. Well, being a little more challenging. Even that 0 takes, it should still have some delay. I believe it should. It does. It does have delay. Okay, and I'll paint these instead, but I'll paint these red. Okay, now time to actually build the full game floor. Alright, I have fully saw the full checkerboard. I have these buttons here for this side, and these buttons here. The buttons for the columns, and the buttons for the rows. Here, I press this. Goes for a row. Press this. Press back down there. Alright, yes, so one thing I forgot is that I now need a way to differentiate between if it's calling a column or a row, because right now they're going the same blue button, so it still goes for the column. So now I'm probably going to bring this down to just this right here. And I'm going to expand it. So now my test node isn't 2, it's going to be 4 now. Let's paint this, I don't know, red and blue. And I need 2 button here and a button here. I can't just connect these buttons into the OR gates, which means this OR gate can go in here. This OR gate just can't go into that red timer. The input does need to go in the red timer. This red timer. Which does activate the next one there. Which actually, that should be fun. And then I just have that red timer is for that direction. I just have a green timer for the other direction. Red timer just hooks on the OR gate, so this green one can also hook the OR gate as long as that OR gate doesn't go into there. This will be painted green. This button we have to do the OR gate and the green timer. What if, like, the red timer has... Okay, so that was pretty fixed. I just need 2 different timers for each tile to determine which way it's going to be going. This green timer also needs a green timer on here. Hook up into. Alright, okay, now I can finally build the full floor. So I'll see you when that is done, hopefully, and hopefully not run into any more problems. Alright, now I have the full floor set up. So I can see, I press this, all that goes. Press this, all that goes. And this just works now. So now what I want to do is I want to turn all these buttons into OR gates. Because what I've just thought of is I could make this an option where you can either play single player or 2 players. So we had a 2-player game, there'd be a booth here, where one player would be on the floor, of course just dodging the tiles. The person in the booth would be activating all the buttons. And then for single player, it would just be random. So yeah, now I will just need to convert all these buttons into OR gates. I don't know how that's happening. I don't know. I've tried replacing this timer multiple times. Thing is, it's not like this could input into this. You can't input multiple things into a timer. I don't know how this OR gate is activating this timer. I'll prove it. I'll replace the timer. I'll paint it green. Timer up into there. Into there. The only thing I've done with the timer is look at those two things. Hook this OR gate into the timer. That's perfectly fine. Somehow this OR gate is activating its timer. I don't know how. Did this accidentally send an input from somewhere else? It is. It's somehow getting an input from there. But I don't know where. Here. I don't know how I did that. Okay. But I did successfully hook every other button into an OR gate. So now we can build the randomizer circuit. Now for this, to be honest, don't really have an idea how to make a randomizer in this game. What are some random things? What? I'll look up if there's anything random in ScrapMechanic. A bit. I found this one randomizer design from Minigame. He's a pretty small creator. I don't know if you've heard of him. You know, if he's, you know, like he like just started like 7 years ago. So, you know, like pretty recent. You know, like barely older than I am. Anyways, I need to actually focus on the design of this. So what it is it uses the fact that ScrapMechanic physics are bad. Just the physics are just inconsistent, and so we can use a pipe. I'm gonna switch over slots. I like never do this. We need a pipe. We need a pipe joint. And I believe that's all. We also... It's the only pipe joint we have? At least big pipe? I thought we would have more. Apparently not. Okay, I'll just use the block then. Works it is here to there. There and... let's do 2 blocks up. But I don't think I put it on the Baron. Did I? Good, I did. Which I believe if I put this out one more. Yep, we can reach more sensors. So I'm gonna do that. So I think I can do 1, 2. I believe it should be able to get all the sensors. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just because that's the amount of sensors I need. Get this off the lift. See when that is hit. It goes into CE now. It already just does not know what to do. But of course we want to be automatic, so we do want to hook that up into an electric engine. Need another. We do need another Baron. And what I don't need right now is sensors. That into there. Put that there. Hook up the electrical motor for this. Should be pretty easy to this toggleable. So add. I probably shouldn't have closer, but no, that didn't work. That didn't change at all. Oh, that changes a bit. There we go. Oh, that's actually... It's kind of consistent. Oh, what? What? Whoa, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Wait, I need to catch it. Okay. It's up there. It's up there. I'm catch it. Okay. I got it. So that does seem to be more random. I hope the creation is like heavy enough so like my randomizer does just like make the creation go. The randomizer doesn't make the creation go just flying off. Okay, well that's very annoying. I'm gonna tone it down a bit. Okay, you might occasionally go down here, do maintenance, and just hit that. Oh, it is really stuck on that now. Wait, despite literally... Hold on, I need to look at the design again. I found the problem was that, that's too big and I need to be using a screw for end of this. Turn that off. Screw on there. And now that. Okay, maybe I put a screw on the end of these two. Oh, that's a problem. Just, hit that. Oh, well, that... Alright, I'm back. The corner cut, because I ran out of storage. So randomizer is working now. Ooh, that's a problem. So it does get stuck sometimes like this, and I need to prevent it from doing that. If I turn this off and on, nope. If I increase engine power. Still not working. Yeah, I would need to hit this back to working again. Now that works better. Having that higher engine speed might work well. What also do is try adding more of these nubs at the bottom to hit it. So it gets hit more often, less likely it's stuck. If I remove the screw from that. Okay. So this shouldn't have screw on it then. Screw makes it get stuck. And so that's pretty smooth. So the physics seem very, very good on this. Let's try some weight. Yeah, it is moving. Oh. I guess, there's some randomness. So yeah, that knocked it back that time, and now that knocked it forward. Okay. So, there's a certain amount of randomness to it. Let's bring it back over where where the tile floor is. So for now, let's just weld this to here. And let's get a timer. Because it will take, each of those takes a second to go down. It'll probably take around 10 seconds for each one. Around 5 seconds for each one to fully go up and then go down. We're going to have a little loop here, which is 6 seconds long. So first of all, each of these will have a light connected into it. So, we want the light. So we want whatever it is, to activate with a little delay in between it activating and it going up. We can do that with a timer. Yeah, we can do that with a timer. But for now, I'm just going to start connecting these to some of the logic gates. That one. You know what? I don't know what happens if I would give this a continuous output. If I hold this down. If I hold it down, then it stays up. That is a problem. Which is why this actually be just fixable. Just by if we can just one tick this. Instead of each of these going straight in there, then now each of these has to pass through. No, that's wrong. This is to unhook from this one. This needs to unhook from this one. No. There we go. Okay. So each of these needs to go. There's something that will transform it to a continuous to a one tick, so you'll just build that here. Be a NOR gate, go into an AND gate. Like that to both of these. You have to AND gate into one of these. Now, even if that's continuous on here, it should just activate it once. For some reason, it doesn't activate in this because this is an AND gate. I was all I guess or just that one. Okay, it was just that one. Do that. Let's take through. It doesn't matter how long I'm on here for. It just pops it up. Good. So that's how that works. So now I'll hook up the rest of these, and I'll turn the randomizer on to see how it looks. So, NOR AND. NOR AND. Oh, shoot. Do 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. NOR. Alright, I have hooked up all... No, I'm gonna do that again. 3, 2. Or I should have hooked up each one of these to a sensor and then hooked each one of those into the corresponding row or column. So, get that started. See, that's why we need a timer in between these. It's way too fast, and if I turn this off, this will probably be broken. Was it? It is. Thing is very hard to step into inputs at once. So now I actually need to modify each of these so that when this accepts an instead of whatever's turned this on, yeah. Instead of this turn it on. Instead of this turn it on instantly, it checks if this is all first, then it will turn it on. Or else it just breaks everything. So that does mean I do need to redo one of these tiles and hook it up all again. So, for this blue one, which goes in the timer, which activates this again. This timer first check if it's off, then only then activate it. So this timer should go into AND gate, check is on, and then activate that. For this to activate from, I believe, this blue one. Yes, blue one. Go to an AND gate, which should take from a NOR gate, which should make sure that is all. Or how much oh wait. Oh, it's an AND gate. Okay, so that should be NOR gate. No matter how much I span this, it should always be working correctly. Except for that, for some reason it didn't work. How did I do that? Okay, I'm just going to work on one tile right now. So I'm just save this as floor, so I can come back to this if needed. And I will work on this and just get one of these tiles working correctly. Oh, no. So, I'm gonna redo this. This is just wait. Here's input for that. So I'll and wait. Work it, that goes in here and here. There. No, that should go into there. Work gate. And next work gates. So instead of this is on and this is off. Windows OS is research side, so this actually needs to be NOR gate. No, the blue NOR gate. Blue gate right here. What are y'all? Who's coming NOR gate? that should go into the sand. Each of those should be in. Oh wait, I. There we go. Now these can't turn at all. Then we just need a regular timer here. Set to, wait 1 second. Which this blue gate also puts into. And yet here. Hooked up into this OR gate. So. Now how much expand that? Expand this a lot. Let me press it. It works again, okay. But where's the piston? Actually, I need another timer. 2 more, actually. This one go there. Here, how much does it actually donate? Oh, this one green this way, right? Yeah. So. Green this way. Red that way. So up into green. And this will up into red. So I'm just here, get a block. Right, because this doesn't have a piston. Now that allows 2. There we go, there we go. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should stop recording on that. Alright, I have hooked up the floor. I redid the before now. Now this should work. Go. So you have to do it at the same time, and it still works. Another change I'm going to make is instead of one randomizer choose, I have two randomizers, one for the rows and one for the columns, so they'll both be active at the same time. Then we need sensors, which are here, or rather. Get a pipe. Don't need pipes to make it look nicer. Don't need spud gun. I think the tech test we need to be set to 2. Uh, I forgot we need another pipe piece, so we can actually reach. So I don't know why it's not working. This one works perfectly fine. We probably need to up engine speed. It is low right now, so if I raise the engine speed, and I take correctly, yes. Oh, I see the problem is this here needs to be a pipe. We can actually move. There we go. So now, there, that should hopefully fix it. Did. Now let's make sure each of these sensors only sends one tick to these. And now each of these sensors need to be hooked into one of these. That is, I think that up into there. There we go. So, I'll spin that. That should just be deactivating random ones. And that works. All right. So now let's add it to this side. Cut that off. Save it. Just paste it on the other side. Why is that actually two? All 3 and gates, so I don't know how I activated 2 of those at the same time. Maybe 2 gates just triggered. Now I can turn this on. That, yes, should be activating random rows, activating columns. Oh yeah, that working again. There's no reason about, but this also got stuck. We might need to screw some of this, so we can't get stuck. There we go. See, now I'm going to add this too. So we want both these going at the same time. Let's set the engine power roll, please. We got both rows and columns going at the same time. And if I deactivate both of them, all they should rest. Except for this one. For some reason. No. Ramen. I don't think. Alright, now we got the 2 randomizers working. They are acting random rows and columns. Those will be the end of part 1 of this build. In part 2, I'll start working on the wave system. So then we actually have different waves, which will progressively get faster as the game goes on. Because this right now is way too fast. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.